There are evidences that narcotics money is being funneled to fund terrorism in South Asia. Let's listen to what Sergey Kapinos, representative of UN Office on Drugs and Crime, told ANM News.
Well, it's a politically sensitive issue, and any statement can be based on well-proved evidence. So, in terms of evidence, we can talk about some links between terrorism and narco traffic in Afghanistan. The UNODC has such evidence, but I cannot say that this is state-supported, I would say, a link. So the government of Afghanistan is trying hard to combat narco trafficking and terrorism as well. In this sense, I cannot say anything about state-sponsored narco traffic link and terrorism.
How far is this narcotics money, drug money, funneling into terrorist activity in this region?
Well, there is evidence. Once again, I'm talking about, first of all, Afghanistan. UNODC has some evidence about money being shared between the two. So, the terrorist groups and narco traffic syndicates. They cooperate, and in many cases, drugs are trafficked with the help of channels being used by terrorists, and terrorists launder their money, they are funded in many cases through the channels being used by narco traffic syndicates. So there is evidence of a certain merge between narco traffic structures and those of terrorists.
No, the FBI, the CIA, the Mossad, in their reports, internal reports have indicated that ISIS and other terrorist organizations get a lot of their funds from narcotics. Even in an FBI report, Dawood Ibrahim has been known as one of the big-time narco-terror activists. How do you look at this? Are you trying to influence the governments not to try and stop and take action against such activities, such terror organizations?
So there can be no denying of the fact that this is true. There is evidence to it, and the whole global community should combat this. And once again, this is about not only just doing something in the north of Syria or on the territory of Iraq, because the so-called Daesh has shrunk in its size dramatically, but some of returnees and former terrorist fighters from this so-called state, they are penetrating other countries, including in South Asia. They are returning, and this is a challenge to these national security systems of almost all the countries, not only Muslim countries. But for instance, if a country is more or less religiously neutral and harmonious, etc., it can be used as a hiding place, or a kind of a hub for hiding and afterwards doing something in other countries. So this is a challenge.
Absolutely. And where does India stand? What do you think? Where does India stand in the entire situation?
Well, you know that India is one of the most active fighters against both, against trafficking in drugs and terrorism. But the country is very big, and this is an open secret that some of the borders are porous and needs some reinforcement. And of course, the need of the day is enhanced regional cooperation among law enforcement in terms of criminal intelligence sharing. And that's why we have established the basis for developing such a national mechanism. I'm talking about SARIC, the so-called South Asia Criminal Intelligence Sharing Center, being established in Colombo. So the first phase of this project has been completed, and as a result, the two basic foundation documents have been developed in close collaboration with the governments of South Asian countries. These are the agreement and the rules and procedures. So based on it, we are expecting the signature of all the governments of South Asian countries, and as soon as it is done, we will launch the second phase of the project, that is the physical establishment of the center in Colombo, and India can play a very important, vital role in the functioning of such a center.
Great. And lastly, you met the Union Minister of State for Home last year. You had a very fruitful interaction with
Mr.
him.
Rajiju, you mean?
Yes. So, what was after that? Do you start? I mean, what was the understanding and what transpired after that?
So, one of the main issues was SARIC, and we felt that the very project was supported by the government of India, and the government of India was interested. So we are looking forward to the signature by the government of India of the foundation documents of SARIC.
And that will be the basis of a South Asian regional.
Yes,
criminal
so
intelligence.
at this point in time, three countries of South Asia have signed these documents. These are Sri Lanka, Nepal, and the Maldives. So as soon as India signs, we can launch the second phase, because it will be 4 countries and the majority, and then we do hope that the two remaining countries, these are Bangladesh and Bhutan, will follow the suit of India, and then, it will be a full-fledged, I would say, and very effective regional mechanism. Like the same in Central Asia, in Southeast Europe, in the Middle East, and now in Latin America.
And where does this leave Pakistan?
Pakistan is not a part of SARIC. For quite a number of reasons. One of the reasons is that SARIC is addressed by the UNODC regional office for South Asia, and it covers only the 6 mentioned countries, not Pakistan. In Pakistan we have a separate, very big country office, and they address all the issues related to criminal intelligence sharing, security, trafficking any kind, etc., etc. So within the mandate of UNODC on a country basis. And by the way, Pakistan belongs to another regional mechanism, which brings together Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Iran, as far as I remember.
So are you satisfied, because President Trump has accused Pakistan of using narco money for terrorist activities? So are you satisfied with the way Pakistan has tackled narcotics?
No comments, because this is beyond my competence. My competence is the area covered by ROSA, by the regional office of South Asia.
So now that you're looking for is the criminal intelligence sharing network between the SARI,
between the 6 countries of South Asia.
And that's going to go a long way in eradicating drugs in this region.
Yes, not only drugs. This is about something broader. For instance, for your information, we began, you already see, the establishment of a similar mechanism in Central Asia from drugs only, from combating drug menace in Central Asia. But immediately, almost immediately, in 1-2 years, the law enforcement agencies of Central Asian countries realized that there are a lot of intertwining elements. So, including money laundering, including corruption, including everything, etc., etc., and links with terrorist organizations. So it should be broader. That's why it was decided not by UNODC but by the governments of South Asia that the initial format of SARIC should be broader, going beyond trafficking in drugs only. So that's why it is broader, and it will address not only trafficking in drugs, but any kind of trafficking, any kind of smuggling, any kind of illegal operations, including money laundering.
That is great. Thank you for your time. Thanks for talking to us. So, criminal intelligence sharing network is the need of the hour, which will go a long way in ensuring not only drug-free world, but into money laundering and a lot of other activity. Avijit
Yes, I
Nandi
fully
Majumdar.
agree, and we base our conviction on very good results of CARIC, the similar mechanism in Central Asia. As a result of CARIC operations, the so-called northern route from Afghanistan, northern route of opiates from Afghanistan, is diminishing in volume, and as a result, the southern route, going via the Indian Ocean and covering and damaging, I would say, the national security of South Asian countries, is getting momentum and increasing in volume. So that's why SARIC is of real importance.
So that's how we study is of real importance. So this is Avijit Nandi Majumdar for ANM News in Kochi, Kerala.
কংক্রিটের এই জঙ্গলে ফিরে আসুক সবুজ ঝড়, বন্ধ করে প্লাস্টিক, পরিবেশ হোক পরিষ্কার। গুটখা বা সিগারেট নিষিদ্ধ, মারণ সেন্সেশন। রূপশ্রীতেও পাশে আছে আসানসোল মিউনিসিপ্যাল কর্পোরেশন।
আপডেট পেতে সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আমাদের ইউটিউব চ্যানেলটি আর বেল আইকনে ক্লিক করুন নোটিফিকেশনস পেতে।